What's up, world? What's up, Zion? It's Prince Easy coming at you again, as usual. I do have a couple slides as we sum up or round up the week, and of course, we're gonna do what we're gonna do here, right? So, of course, disclaimer, fair use, right, for all the material that's gonna be shared here, right? So this is from the Time Bandits, right? Another Gnostic movie. As usual, these movies are dangerous. I think I covered this, right? As usual, the bad guy in this movie is the creator of humans. He is the bad guy. And of course, we have the devil in this movie here, right? And of course, we have the so-called time bandits, basically the fallen angels, right? These are the so-called time bandits. And they made this movie, right, or they rather started the whole movement of Gnosticism so as to make their case, right? Make their case, right? Whatever they have up their sleeve, but again, they are making their case, and this movie is one of them, right? Again, they have this symptom, right? This illness, which they don't really explain, but it should tell you, right? They like to just steal stuff, right? For no reason, not that they need it or anything like that, no. That's one characteristic, right? And of course, we have them running away from the Creator, right? After the Creator sends after them the four-headed head or four-faced head for that matter, right? I think we have had long conversations and you can connect the dots yourself, right? And of course, this insists on that same teaching, or rather their sin, which they don't really rather talk about, right? That they brought evil into this world. That's what they did, brothers and sisters. The fallen angels brought evil into this world. They taught humans evil. Do you understand? And this Gnostic movement will always try to make their case and basically validate their movement, these fallen angels, right? And then you might ask me, oh, where are they? Who are they? Well, they're hiding, right? What would happen if they would stand in front of you and tell you, hey, my nature, I'm an angel. I'm what they call a fallen angel. What would you say? What would you do? Some of you, reality won't change. And some of you, reality would completely turn upside down. The realization, most importantly, that they have been around for hundreds of years here on earth, since civilizations rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall. And here they are, mocking you about the shape of where you live, right? For context, this is the new earth that God the Creator was preparing after his plan to destroy the world basically failed, so to speak, right? You can watch it for yourself, right? It is one season as far as I know, right? Quite interesting, but again, you have to have context of what you're doing and what you're dealing with and what is the reality of this world, right? And since I'm in the business of giving out true game, I'm gonna give you true game, and true game is that angels exist. Okay, that's fact number one. Angels exist. Fact number two, angels can take human, they can look like people, and also other things. Okay, these are just the realities of this supernatural world. Okay, this is a fact that you should remember. This is a supernatural world, right? It is a supernatural world. That's just a friendly reminder of the nature of where you are and what is around you. So you cannot even possibly apprehend with your human senses and intellect what is out there or what is even possible. Okay? Because again, they stole the secrets of heaven, secrets of creation, not of God, no, of creation. So what we call science and technology and all of this, their hand is written all over it. They are literally controlling it and leading it. Sometimes they were known as the giants, right? Sometimes they were known as the giants. And of course, effort has been put in to make these giants disappear. There's a famous university that is known to do this, the Smithsonian University. Let's go on and see what is unfolding in the other side. Right? It is not prepared to accept losing its children to suffer economically because we will be given to defense production. Then we are at risk. Again, basically saying the obvious, that we are broke, and instead of doing diplomacy, no, we are gonna starve so as we can buy these here bullets. Another common theme that we have been covering this whole week, if you'd even call it that. The Telegraph adds that the Donbas is rich in minerals. In exchange for the territory, Moscow could be expected to pay a ground fee to compensate for the financial losses incurred by Ukraine's losing access to its lands. That's a whole mouthful right there. There's so much Oza. There's so much error I cannot even begin. Right? She stressed that the EU stance has not changed. That's a fact, okay, from their own mouth. For any peace plan to succeed, it has to be supported by Ukraine. And it has to be supported by Europe, right? The EU has a very clear two-point plan. First, weaken Russia. Second, support Ukraine. The EU chief diplomat emphasized, right? This is from Kaja Kallas. Well, what I can tell you is this. You have been at it for, I don't know, years. War is a language that the Europeans speak, apparently. Well, all I can tell you is this. All I can say in general is this. Peace has always been a choice. Always a choice, not a happenstance. No. Individual, or rather individuals choosing peace. Okay? Now, Russia can speak peace, can speak war. Right? You have your two-part plan here, right? And they have their own special military operation goals. Okay? So if you think that it is acceptable to say that weakening Russia and supporting Ukraine is the only way through, then what do you think will be the response from the other side? Kaja Kallas, what do you think would be the response? You think that you are prepared, right? From these statements that are coming out here, right? You cannot lose the resources. Right. Now, if we talk about Donbass, right, as from what I hear, they control about 90% of Donbass, the Russians. And now you're coming with proposals to say that they have to pay a ground fee. They conquered that land by blood. They're not gonna pay you no ground fee, man. Stop. Stop kidding yourself, right? They have their goals and you have your 2 steps, okay? So again, you continue, okay? You continue, and the Russians are gonna continue, because it is clear, as I have shown here over and over, it is you people who are malicious against Russia. And if you think that at the end of this, whatever you are doing here, you'll be fine, well, go at it, right? Go at it. The same with these guys here, right? They think they're all strategic and sneaky, and even here, right? At least now Tanzanians are having genuine conversations now and looking and realizing who is the real enemy, who is the perpetrator, right? After the dust has settled, right? So at least they held a whole vigil, lighting candles, and Samia is a butcher, and they're saying this is love for Tanzania, right? They had a whole vigil yesterday, right? And oh, the Somalis, fine, take them home. This is what unfolded. Well, we shall see. It's not that effort has not been made to mediate these two. Efforts have been made. But why have those efforts failed before, and now they are saying now somewhat they are going to be all of a sudden successful? I don't know. But again, this is just one side. Well, as you can see, brothers and sisters, I think God has put it in their hearts to take this path to their death. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Now, do they represent the majority of their peoples, these people? We're going to find out as things continue to heat up. Okay? So again, your 3 or 2 points plan, right? Support Ukraine and weaken Russia, okay? And also Russia has their own special military operation goals. So yeah, you have your checklist, they have their own checklist, and we're gonna see at the end of the road who's gonna finish up their checklist, right? Yeah. So if they're not choosing peace, it becomes what it becomes. Because we understand, we have understood for the last, 500 years, the earth has understood except one group of people, Europeans, and that isn't that interesting. Anyway, let me put a pin on it right there, and we're gonna hear from each other when we hear from each other. Peace. Easy, Prince Easy, signing out. Love you. Bye.